Okay, we are back. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with the lovely and talented Andrea Kay, and we have a very, very special guest today. Not somebody who's one of our local business people, but somebody who is a very special story in town. So, welcome, gentleman with a name that I just love. Okay,
Yeah.
Barry Barton.
Well, thank you for having me, sir.
Great. Great.
Oh, I love that he called you sir. He's so polite.
I know. Well, you know what? I spent my time in the military, and by the way, thank you for your service.
Yes.
12 years in the Navy?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yay.
awesome.
Happy belated Veterans Day.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without you guys' support.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I love being called
I'm going to start out, and I'm going to tune over to our fill-in guest host today, Mr. Jack Berkman. And Jack, since you're the one who's working with Patrick Clark and REIG, tell our listeners a little bit about the Operation Renovation and how we got to meet Mr. Barton.
Thank you very much, Barry. Two great Barrys. REIG is a company that primarily provides redevelopment, renovation, enhancement to major apartment portfolios, residential portfolios. They do a tremendous amount of work in the renovation business, and their employees are very, very tied in to the success of their company. And they have a suggestion box, and one day a suggestion popped into the box that they reviewed and said, why don't we give away a complete renovation to a military family? And of course, you know, the owners are going, whoa, that's a great idea, but we're looking at some very substantial costs associated. So these amazing, amazing gentlemen, Patrick and Brian, set out to contact their vendors, to put together a program, to create an entry form, if we'd say, but the form is very sophisticated, to have military families that own their own house and are either in the military or are no longer serving, and to submit this and be reviewed by a panel of judges. Nearly 60 submitted.
Wow.
The Barton family, I may say, were selected and are the winner, and they're an extraordinary, extraordinary family. The construction that we thought was going to begin this week is probably going to start next week.
Good.
And there's a number of things, and I know you were asking, so the home is going to have, from the outside, front and rear lawns. It's probably going to get paint. It's, you know, the full landscaping inside, kitchen, bath, rooms, renovation.
Let's slow down. I think that's a great story, but I want to hear the story from Barry about, you know, why he was selected. So tell us a little bit about your Navy career, and then tell us more prevalently about your family.
All right, sir. So I've been in the Navy for 12 years. Did 4 deployments to various locations around the world. My son Christopher, my second child, was born with cytomegalovirus. Cytomegalovirus is a very common virus.
And more commonly known as CMV, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
80% of the people are adults get it by the time they're an adult. 20% of other people, they don't get it until they're adults. And if you get it when you're an adult and you're pregnant, then that virus gets to the baby and causes disabilities to the baby. It is a leading cause of disabilities around the world. But the shame is that a lot of people aren't talking about it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I never. And so tell us a little bit more about your 5-year-old.
My 5-year-old, he's legally blind. He's deaf. He has major brain damage. He has developmental delays, which is okay. I mean, he's a blessing either way. He's an awesome kid.
I can tell that you just still love him so much. You're just beaming right now. So what an honor it was for you to be chosen. I mean, the word is that while your family was so extraordinary that people wanted to award this to you, that even upon the award, and Jack tells this story so well, you were still so humble that you said, oh, if there's somebody that's even more deserving than me, please give it to them. What a heart you have.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We never really won anything like that. My story is no better than anybody else's story. So I wanted to really try to give it to someone that was boots on ground, is what we call her, at the tip of the spear in Iraq or Afghanistan, that really fought for a country, and I'm basically on a boat. But we all work together as a team. But to me, those guys boots on the ground are really the real heroes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Don't take anything away from yourself.
Right.
You know, you bring to mind the story of my mother when I was an infant. You know, who came down with multiple sclerosis, and for a year they were trying to figure out this is. Well, I won't say when it was. I'll leave that part out. But they looked and looked and looked to try to figure it out. Finally, the doctor said, "Okay, you know, after all the stressors, we figured it out. She's got MS. Do you want me to tell her?" And so she got together with my dad, and they went in and they said, well, you've got multiple sclerosis, figure, and she would just break down in tears. And she looked at him and she said, thank God. I said, why? She says, well, now that I know what I have, now I know how to start fighting it.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Really cool.
Yeah. So, you know, it's people like you that you know, look at life and they just grab life by the throat and just take it in. You know, your son, your 5-year-old, is not the only one that has a health problem in your family.
No, sir. My third son, who's 3 years old, at his 3-year-old checkup, we found out that he had a hole in his heart. There was no indications of it before. He was pretty much asymptomatic. He's still asymptomatic, but if it does not get fixed or have surgery in December, then it could prolong into long-lasting problems.
Yeah.
So what does this award and this remodel mean for you and for your family?
It means a lot. It means a lot and a lot of friends through, well, thank you, RAG. Thank you, Jack, for introducing me. But it means a lot. Financially, we can start saving money toward my retirement, start saving money for my kids to go to school. It pretty much boosts the morale of my family. It really does.
It's got to be tough to sit there and have one thing after another, and you know your money's got to be going out to take care of the family with not a lot of extra. So, you know that's you know to take that and just deal with it the way you are. That's I commend you for that.
Yeah. Our faith in God really is actually how we get through it.
That's great.
He's the rock. So when stuff gets hard, we just turn to God, and that's why when we got the word that we were the recipients, we would be fine. We really think that we would be fine. It would just take a little bit longer to get through what we have to get through. But we know that we have something to hold on to, and the
That's
family
great.
may not.
Well, I am there to help you out. I know we've put out some calls. We've got a few people to volunteer in there. I think I've got an insurance company or two to help donate. I understand they're trying to work to get you a family van to help get you around. So
that wonderful.
you know,
Good for helping out.
hey, anything we can do. So you're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450, a Bloomberg radio station, streaming live on the web at financialnewsandtalk.com. Give us a tweet at CloseUpSD or find our page on Facebook. We want to hear from you. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-host, Andrea Kay, and we've got Jack Berkman and the wonderful Barry Barton. So haven't had that term put before your name before, have you?
You know, Barry, I'm going to look over at Mr. Barton here and say that he has neglected to mention the entire singular hero of that family, who is his quite incredible, beautiful inside and outside wife, who was his childhood sweetheart. And
really? Oh.
to talk about this family, you have to talk about his wife. She is truly extraordinary.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet her today. She couldn't be here with the babies.
At the unveiling of the house. How's that?
Wonderful. Yeah. All
right, take it away.
Yeah, tell us about her.
Mr. Navy executive.
All right, so my wife is an extremely strong person. I couldn't really do anything without her. She kind of keeps me in line.
Good
she likes
woman.
she likes to nag at me about stuff and keep me honest.
Good.
So without her, I really couldn't do anything.
And her name is? Tell us her name.
Cheryl Barton.
Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl Barton.
Okay.
You're a great woman.
Yes. We are there for you. So we're going to have to meet you sometime and help you get into all the new stuff that you're in.
Yeah, I can't wait. Is it a little stressful yet? Because remodeling a home can be a little stressful.
She's very stressed about it.
Oh, is she?
She wants to be in control. She likes to be in control of things. And, she's
Typical
kind
woman.
of looking at it through like the owners of REIG, like Clark, and she wants to help manage it. Like, just go for the ride.
Right.
Trust. They're professionals. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they
Wow.
do. What a great organization. You
Yeah.
men are wonderful.
Well, let's throw a little plug in here for REIG and Operation Renovation.
Absolutely.
Jack, if anybody out there wants to help contribute anything to the cause and go there, how do they do that?
The best way for them to do that is it's REIG Operation Renovation or the REIG website, and they can go right to that website,
Right.
which I am not as smart as Alessandra, so I don't have that at my hand. But they can get it through Google, and they can call the company. We've had some wonderful angels step up. Sid's Carpet Barn is doing all the flooring, and one of the
Wonderful.
things that Barry didn't mention is that the reason they need to pull up the carpet and put down hardwood floors is because of the middle child, to get around.
Right.
It's just very, very challenging with the carpeting. So Sid's Carpet Barn is in. We've got MSE, I believe is the name, landscaping. They're doing all the landscaping. We've got a kitchen. We've got painters. So we really are looking for an angel in the furniture business.
Okay.
All right? We thought we had an angel. We
All right.
need an angel in the furniture business.
All right. Well, we're putting it out there.
If you own a furniture business in San Diego and you want to get involved, we will also offer you to come on the radio and tell your story here while we're doing that, and you can help the cause, and that is wonderful. So we are running short on time today. Barry, thank you so much for being here with us today.
It's an honor to have you. Honor to have you here.
Yes. We're the little guys. You're the hero out there. I love it. Okay. Great. Thanks, Jack. You've been listening to Close Up on San Diego Business.